You ever been at a party, minding your own business, when suddenly someone tries to, steal your thunder? Or worse, steal your boyfriend? That's exactly what happened to me. My fiancé, Noah, is usually the sweetest guy. But when his so-called childhood friend, Lena, decided to make a dramatic entrance at our gathering, things got spicy. She completely ignored me, walked right up to Noah, and got a little too touchy. "Noah, wow, you've got abs now?" She practically purred, patting his stomach like they were still playing in a sandbox. Noah, bless his no-nonsense heart, pushed her hand away. "Who are you? And keep your hands to yourself. Whose girlfriend is this, totally uncontrolled?" You could have heard a pin drop. Lena just stood there, stunned. This is Noah, the man who couldn't even remember her name a few weeks ago, now shutting down her pick-me antics in front of everyone. And that was just the beginning. Trust me, the drama only escalated from there. You won't believe what happened next. It all started innocently enough, or so I thought. My fiancé, Noah Peterson, is a phenomenal man. Kind, smart, and utterly devoted. But he's also got this delightfully no-nonsense, almost oblivious quality about him that sometimes leaves me chuckling and other times, needing to step in. Noah was a classic late bloomer. In his college years, he was the quintessential tech guy. Messy hair, thick-rimmed glasses, a bit soft around the middle. Think unassuming genius. But after years abroad for grad school, and especially once he started pursuing me, he committed to a major glow-up. He hit the gym, upgraded his wardrobe, and transformed into this incredibly handsome, confident guy. His own mom barely recognized him when he flew back to the States. Noah and I had been dating for about a year when we decided to get engaged. It was a whirlwind of happiness, family dinners, and planning for our future. Noah was so excited to introduce me, Olivia Miller, to his childhood friends, a tight-knit group he'd grown up with in our suburban neighborhood. He added me to their group chat, a lively space usually buzzing with discussions about video games, anime, and collectible figures. "Hey everyone, this is my amazing girlfriend, Olivia Miller," Noah typed, posting a few photos of us together. I chimed in, "Hi everyone, I'm Olivia. So great to finally meet you all. Noah talks about you guys all the time. Let's all hang out soon." The chat erupted with warm welcomes and teasing remarks for Noah. "Dude, 25 years single and you pull a stunner like Olivia." It was all in good fun, and I felt genuinely welcomed. Then, a new message popped up from a user named Heart's Desire. "Noah, your girlfriend's outfit is so unique," the message read, followed by a winking emoji. My immediate reaction was a prickle of annoyance. Unique can often mean ugly in disguise. It felt less like a compliment and more like a subtle jab, like, my outfit is nice, but I must not be. I decided to stay silent, hoping someone else would address it or it would just get lost in the chat. But before I could even formulate a polite yet firm response, Noah, with his typical blunt force, jumped in. "My wife could wear a potato sack and still look incredible, Heart's Desire," he typed, his response dripping with protective affection. Heart's Desire fired back, "Oh, the smell of fresh love. You haven't even said anything and he's already defending you like a hawk? Guess married men really do forget their old friends." My curiosity was piqued. I clicked on her profile picture. "Female," it confirmed. I nudged Noah with my elbow. "Who's this Heart's Desire person?" I whispered, a faint alarm bell going off in my head. Noah looked genuinely puzzled, scratching his head. I think she's a neighbor from our old block. Back in the day, everyone knew everyone. He saw my skeptical expression and immediately handed me his phone. Babe, seriously, I barely remember her. I was away for years for school. I don't even have her number saved. Everyone in that chat grew up together, so it's probably someone one of the guys added, maybe Dave? I scrolled through his contacts. No heart's desire. He then messaged Dave privately. Hey Dave, who's heart's desire in the group chat? Dave's reply came quickly. Oh, that's Lena King. She used to tag along with us when we were kids. Noah still looked blank. He turned to me. Babe, I honestly only ever hung out with the boys. The girls, not really my scene. Except for you, of course. You're the only girl I ever cared about. He gave me his signature goofy grin. Noah was my first serious girlfriend, and his straightforwardness was both endearing and, at times, a bit clunky. He was undeniably inexperienced in the ways of romance, but his loyalty and kindness to me were unwavering. He'd pursued me relentlessly, and I'd only agreed to date him after a long courtship. Meanwhile, Heart's Desire, seeing no one was directly engaging with her, sent another message. I wonder if your girlfriend is easy to get along with. I, for one, just don't click with those girly girl types. Noah's patience, which wasn't famously long to begin with, finally snapped. My girlfriend doesn't need to get along with you, he shot back. The group chat went silent. An awkward tension hung in the digital air. Eventually, someone sent a conciliatory message suggesting a group outing. Noah, eager to lighten the mood, enthusiastically agreed. Perfect! It's been too long since we all hung out. Let's make it next Saturday, weather permitting. A moment later, Noah's phone buzzed with the friend request. Noah, I'm so sorry. I spoke out of turn. I really want to apologize to your girlfriend. Noah, still clueless about the subtleties of female communication, handed me his phone. Babe, what's up with this? She wants to add me? I took his phone, my eyebrows raised. Interesting. Apologizing, huh? Don't add her. Let's accept my friend request and see what she's really up to. Once I accepted, her first message to Noah was a sugary sweet, Noah, long time no see. Do you remember me? Noah, bless his heart, genuinely didn't. So Lena, in rapid succession, sent 5 or 6 highly edited selfies and carefully curated video clips. After inundating him with images, she sent another message. Noah, these are my latest photos. I don't think I'm very good at makeup. If Olivia could teach me, that would be amazing. Noah, without missing a beat, typed back, Lena, some people just look bad no matter how much makeup they put on. I burst out laughing. Was he doing this on purpose, or was he truly this oblivious? Her photos were indeed heavily filtered and airbrushed, making her look quite pretty. But who knew what she looked like in real life? Noah, seeing my amusement, turned to me with an innocent expression. Babe, I think I actually kind of remember her from her pictures now. She was really unattractive as a kid, and she's been unattractive ever since. I playfully glared at him. Noah, that's so rude. He looked genuinely surprised. It's true. I'm serious. That's why I never really wanted to hang out with her. In my eyes, only you are beautiful, Liv. Everyone else is just whatever. I was speechless. Lena then sent another message. Noah, you've gotten so much more handsome. I almost didn't recognize you after all these years. This was undeniably true. Noah's transformation was dramatic. He proudly told me his mom hadn't even recognized him at the airport when he returned. Noah, seeing Lena's compliment, puffed out his chest. See, babe, everyone thinks I'm hotter now. But when he typed his reply to Lena, he still had a sliver of self-awareness.
That's all my wife's doing." Lena quickly replied, "I'm so jealous of your girlfriend, Noah. How did she find such a good boyfriend? Why can't I find someone like that?" Noah, ever the direct man, typed, "Because you're not as good as my girlfriend. And didn't you say you wanted to apologize to her? You've been typing for half an hour and haven't even said sorry." Her status showed typing for ages before she finally sent, "Noah, I'm just a straightforward person, really bad with words, so I accidentally made Olivia misunderstand me." I hadn't said a single word to her in the group chat, so how did she know I misunderstood her? Noah, exasperated, replied, "If you're bad with words, then don't talk nonsense." And with that, he effectively killed the conversation.
The next Saturday, at our group gathering, Noah proudly introduced me to all his friends. They were a lively, welcoming bunch, and a few had brought their own partners. My eyes kept scanning the room, trying to spot Lena based on her online persona. There was one girl who was dressed rather plainly, almost drab, and she kept staring at Noah. After I'd greeted everyone, this girl finally approached. She completely ignored me, not even a glance, and casually reached out, patting Noah's stomach. "Noah, long time no see. Wow, you've got abs now," she exclaimed, her voice overly familiar. The instant her hand touched Noah's midsection, he recoiled, batting her hand away. "Who are you? And keep your hands to yourself. Whose girlfriend is this, totally uncontrolled?" She looked surprised, then offered a simpering smile. "It's me, Lena King." Noah leaned closer to me, muttering under his breath, "You're Lena King? Wow, you look nothing like your pictures." Indeed, her real-life appearance was a drastic departure from her heavily filtered selfies. Only her eyes and eyebrows bore a faint resemblance. Lena, undeterred, reached out again, playfully swatting Noah's shoulder. "Noah, now that you have a girlfriend, you've forgotten all about your childhood buddies, huh? You're so mean." Noah, his brow furrowed, deadpanned. "We're buddies?" Lena, ignoring his tone, turned her gaze to me, her expression still fixed. "Oh, Olivia, see? Noah's always like this. Only us, his old friends, can put up with him. Don't get mad, okay? Haha." I bit back the scathing retort that was forming on my tongue. "He's insulting you. Why would I be mad? I'm thrilled." First impressions, I reminded myself. Keep it civil. I just offered a tight smile. Lena then shifted tactics, her voice dramatically loud. She exaggeratedly examined my face. "Olivia, your eyelashes are so perfectly done. Amazing." She then loudly called out to everyone, "Guys, come look. Olivia's makeup is incredible. Her eyelashes, how do you do it? I'm so clumsy." Her theatrics drew a crowd. People started to gather, and not joining in would have seemed impolite. I felt a surge of irritation, about to snap, when Noah, clearly agitated, spoke up. "Clumsy is fine, Lena, but you're just brain dead." She feigned shock. "Oh, did Olivia get mad? I was just trying to compliment her. See, girls are hard to get along with." By this point, I was certain. Lena King was the quintessential pick-me girl, that manipulative type who feigns innocence while stirring up trouble. "Are you not a girl, Lena?" I asked, my voice calm but with an edge. Noah cut in. "She's neither male nor female. She's an alien. What kind of girl constantly complains that girls are hard to get along with? It's embarrassing for her own mother." Noah's bluntness finally hit its mark. Lena's face flushed red, and she stood frozen for a moment. She turned to Dave, the de facto leader of the group. "Dave, look at Noah. He gets a girlfriend and becomes so hot-headed. Fine, it's all my fault. This girlfriend of his..." Noah didn't let her finish. "I see you're not just an alien. You're also a two-faced hypocrite.
always talking nonsense. It's annoying. Dave stepped in to mediate. Noah, come on. Easy. Lena's a girl. You gotta give her some face. Noah, his temper flaring, retorted loudly. Give her face? Does she know how to save face? Noah was usually laid back, but when angered, he was like a stubborn mule. The more you pushed him, the angrier he got. Dave and the others knew this. They tried to subtly move Lena to a seat farther away.
Just then, another lanky, bespectacled guy, Mark Davis, stepped forward, his face grim. He stared at me, then at Noah. Noah, don't you think you're being too harsh? Lena was just joking around. Is it worth speaking to her like that? A few others mumbled agreement. Lena's always been like this. We're used to it. Noah, you're a man, but she's... Was he trying to defend Lena? All right, that's enough talk. Let's just enjoy the evening. Mark, go back to your seat, Dave interjected, putting an arm around Mark, trying to usher him away. Mark shook off Dave's arm and pointed at Noah. Noah, apologize to Lena. Noah completely lost it. Mark, has your brain turned to mush? Apologize for what? She just walked in and started acting like a lunatic, hands all over me, and I can't even tell her off? We grew up together. So what if she touched me? Lena used to touch us all the time. You two have no boundaries. That's your problem, Noah roared, his voice shaking with anger. If you like her touching you, that's your business. I don't. Only my wife can touch me. Everyone else, get lost. Lena, finally, spoke up, her voice trembling. Everyone, please don't argue. It's my fault. I didn't think about it before, thinking we were all like siblings, no boundaries. Noah, it's been so long, I just wanted to tease you a little. I'm sorry. I'll be more careful not to upset Olivia anymore. As soon as she apologized, Mark exploded. Lena, you don't need to apologize. What did you do wrong? Some people think just because they studied abroad, they're better than everyone else. And you, Mark glared at me. You're a girl. Why are you letting your boyfriend bully another girl? Are you proud of yourself? My head was spinning. Anger boiled within me, but I forced myself to stay calm. How many people here heard me say a single word telling him to bully her? Show me proof. And why are you only scolding Lena? There are other girls here. If she wasn't causing trouble, Noah wouldn't have said anything. You enabling her is your business, but please don't force others to follow suit. I'm sorry. It's my fault. I made everyone misunderstand. I'll be careful from now on. Lena repeated, her voice dripping with self-pity. Mark's face contorted in a furious scowl, and he lunged toward me. Noah was instantly on his feet, stepping in front of me, shielding me. What, can't talk your way out of it, so you want to fight? Dave immediately intervened, pushing Mark aside. Mark, go back to your seat. Lena, you too, sit across from Noah. Other guys also moved in, pulling Mark back and trying to calm him down. The storm temporarily subsided, but the cheerful atmosphere was completely shattered. Everyone was quieter after that. As we were leaving, Mark muttered, Next time we hang out, let's not bring family along. Too much drama. Lena softly added, Yeah, it was more fun when we were kids. Now everyone brings the girlfriends. It's just... Noah, not one to back down, retorted, Today was my invitation. I wanted to introduce my girlfriend to everyone. If you don't want to come, you don't have to. Tension flared again, but the others quickly pulled Mark away. Noah's childhood friends were a large group, over a dozen of them, all from the same neighborhood, but not all of them were equally close. Usually they hung out in smaller groups, only coming together for holidays when Dave organized it. Most of them were guys, sharing similar interests like games and models, so they generally got along. Lena was the only girl who consistently tagged along. According to others, Lena never really fit in with the other girls in the neighborhood. Her cousin used to bring her along, and after he moved away, she just kept showing up. We thought that after that disastrous gathering, Lena and Mark would be out of our lives for good. Noah wanted nothing to do with her, and I certainly didn't.
But then Lena found a new tactic.
Noah, honey, did you cause some trouble overseas? Noah's mom, Aunt Susan, called him one day, her voice full of concern. You have a girlfriend now. You need to keep your distance from other girls, got it? Noah was baffled. What are you talking about, Mom? Aunt Susan explained that Lena had been frequently coming to their house, helping out with chores and going shopping with her. Lena told Aunt Susan that Noah was busy with work now, and she worried Noah's parents might get lonely, so she wanted to keep them company. Lena was overly attentive, overly thoughtful. It struck Aunt Susan as odd. She and Lena's mom were casual acquaintances, only exchanging polite nods when they bumped into each other. For Lena to suddenly appear and be so solicitous felt strange. Aunt Susan could only conclude it had something to do with her son, who had recently returned from abroad. Are you really not involved with that King girl, Noah? She pressed. Noah sighed, exasperated. Mom, she's a troublemaker. Last time we all got together, I even told her off. How could I be involved with her? Well, if there's nothing going on, then bring Olivia home for dinner this weekend. I miss that girl. Aunt Susan insisted. Noah worked in a new part of the city, a bit far from his parents' home, so he bought a small apartment closer to his office. He only went home on holidays. That Saturday, when Noah and I arrived at his parents' house, Lena was already there. Aunt Susan was busy in the kitchen. Lena greeted us with an unsettling familiarity, then poured us tea, acting as if she were the hostess. Noah's face darkened. "What are you doing here, Lena?" he asked, his voice flat. "Why are you at my house?" "Noah, I just came to see if Aunt Susan needed any help," Lena replied, completely unfazed by his hostility. She then solicitously told us to relax and went into the kitchen to help Aunt Susan. Once she was out of earshot, Noah and I exchanged a glance. Something felt off. Is she making a play for him? Is she trying to come between us? I quietly asked Noah, "Is she trying to steal you, Noah? Does everyone think that?" Noah scratched his head again. "I don't know. Maybe? No, I need to tell my parents to stay away from her." Aunt Susan finished cooking and brought the food out. "Mom, since when did we get a new housekeeper? Isn't Mrs. Jenkins still working out for us? Did Lena get laid off from her job and decided to become our nanny?" Lena, following Aunt Susan from the kitchen, couldn't maintain her composure this time. Her hand trembled, and a bowl of soup sloshed over, then shattered on the floor. She shrieked, dropping the bowl. A perfectly good bowl of soup ruined. Lena's face turned pale. She looked clumsy and distraught. "Oh dear, Lena, are you burned?" Aunt Susan asked, taking her hand. Lena shook her head, tears welling up. No, I'm fine." Noah and I moved to grab a broom and mop to clean up the mess, but Lena snatched the mop from my hand. "Olivia, you're not used to doing housework. You go rest. I'll do it." Noah, seeing this, threw the broom down in exasperation. The atmosphere suddenly became thick with unspoken tension. Aunt Susan picked up the broom, attempting to smooth things over. "It's all right, dear. Mrs. Jenkins has been on leave for a couple of weeks, so Lena has been a great help. Honestly, whoever marries Lena will be very lucky." Lena looked up at Noah, then glanced at me, a forced smile on her face. I just admire Olivia for finding such a good man like Noah. You can tell just by looking at Olivia that she's not used to doing housework. Luckily, Noah is the caring type. Not like me. I've had to take care of myself since I was a kid. I mentally rolled my eyes. Please. I'd been independent since childhood, going to boarding school in Europe in middle school. She spoke as if she understood my entire life story. Before she could continue, Aunt Susan cut her off.
That's because Olivia is brilliant. My silly son here, he only learned to be a grown-up after meeting Olivia. You don't need to admire anyone else, dear. Fate comes when it comes. Noah, already annoyed, didn't wait for his mom to finish. He immediately lashed out at Lena. Olivia marrying me means she's my wife, not my maid. You're good at housework? That just proves you're destined for it. You can go be someone's housekeeper later and actually earn a living. Aunt Susan nudged Noah. Noah, quiet down. What a mean streak. Lena waved her hand dismissively. It's okay, Aunt Susan. I'm used to it. Noah's always been like this since we were kids. I know him, but only I can put up with him. Olivia, you'll have to be very patient with him. Aunt Susan quickly changed the subject. Lena, you know Mark from the building across the street? He seems like a nice young man, really good to you. Lena waved her hand dismissively. Oh, Aunt Susan, Mark and I are just like siblings. Nothing romantic there, really. As they spoke, Noah's dad, Uncle Tom, walked in. He must have been standing outside the door for a moment, listening. He looked at Lena, a hint of displeasure on his face, and chimed in. No possibility? But you two are always hugging and clinging to each other. You just see him as a brother? Lena mumbled an embarrassed explanation. Oh, Uncle Tom, you older folks just don't understand us youngsters. It seemed Lena and Mark's relationship was indeed more than just platonic. Even Noah's dad had noticed. At dinner, Lena resumed her role as the diligent hostess, serving Uncle Tom and dishing out food for Aunt Susan. Noah frowned. Everyone has hands, Lena. If you want to eat, get it yourself. You don't need to be so attentive. It's no trouble, Noah. I just happen to be doing it, she chirped. Then Lena dished out a bowl of soup for me. I accepted the bowl, smiling sweetly at her. Thank you. If you like serving people so much, go right ahead. Noah immediately picked up on my hint. Oh, I want a bowl too. Lena went to get another bowl. Noah knew I loved shrimp, so he started peeling them for me. Lena dramatically gasped. Olivia, do you always let Noah peel your shrimp? I nodded. Yup, I love eating them, but I hate peeling them. Noah always peels them for me. Tisk tisk. I'm tired of saying I'm so jealous, she simpered. Aunt Susan, how did you teach Noah to be so attentive? Uncle Tom slowly peeled a shrimp for Aunt Susan, setting an example. I take care of your Aunt Susan just like that, dear. Noah, I'll peel some for you, otherwise you won't have any to eat. Lena washed her hands, picked up some shrimp, and started peeling. She peeled a small plate and handed it to Noah. Noah, without missing a beat, passed the plate to me. Olivia, eat more. I nodded, taking the plate. Thanks, Lena. Lena's face froze, then she forced a tight smile. No problem. After dinner, Noah bossed her around, making her do the dishes. Her face fell slightly, but she still good-naturedly agreed. After she finished everything, Noah said, All right, nothing else for you to do today. You can go home now. Oh, by the way, how many days have you been coming to my house? Lena looked at Noah, bewildered. About 10 days, I think. Noah scrolled on his phone, not looking up. 10 days? Okay, here's your pay for 10 days. He transferred 3,000 RMB, about 415 USD, to her. My housekeeper will be back tomorrow. From now on, Lena, don't come to my house if you don't have any business here, okay? Lena's face turned crimson. Noah, what do you mean? I can't accept this money. You don't understand, do you? Noah said, still looking at his phone. That's your pay for the past few days, and from now on, don't come to my house. It was a bit mean, but I couldn't help feeling a perverse satisfaction. After Lena left, Aunt Susan showed us her phone. Lena just posted this on social media. Why does it sound so passive-aggressive? I used to think she was a sweet kid. Why is she talking like this now? Noah snatched the phone, his face clouding with anger. What the hell? She's still being two-faced about me.
I leaned over to read. Heart's desire. I don't understand what Noah sees in her. She can do anything but put on makeup. Aunt Susan typed, Olivia is my future daughter-in-law, and she's always been very sweet. My family has always had housekeepers, so what's wrong with her not doing housework? Heart's desire. Aunt Susan, Noah must be making a lot of money now, right? Aunt Susan. How much money can young people make? It's a blessing she isn't a gold digger. Besides, the bag I gave Olivia was a gift. Young people should dress nicely and wear makeup, and she can afford it. Look at you, Lena, always wearing dull clothes. You can't even find a boyfriend. You should go out more instead of just staying home with us old folks. You're younger than me, but you're more old-fashioned than an antique. I finally understood. Manipulative behavior was hereditary. Just when Noah and I were starting to forget about Lena, she popped up again, stirring the pot. She sent Noah a flurry of photos. Noah, you used to say I didn't know how to dress. Now what do you think? Any advice? Noah was completely exasperated. I took his phone and looked at the photos. Lena's makeup and clothes were clearly attempts to imitate me. One photo showed her wearing a white fishtail dress identical to the one I wore to Aunt Susan's house. Her short, choppy hair, which usually looked like a mushroom cut, was now artificially long and styled into big, bouncy waves, exactly like mine. The problem was, her hair was thin and lacked the shine, looking like a tangled mess. The overall effect was both ridiculous and cheap. I looked at her, my cheap imitation, and shook my head. She actually looked quite lively with her short hair if she put some effort into it. Why did she have to imitate me? I took Noah's phone and started typing, wanting to understand her obsession. Are you trying to copy Olivia? No, not really. I just thought her style was nice, so I learned from her. Noah, I finally understand. There are no ugly women, only lazy ones. No wonder Olivia always puts on makeup. People who wear makeup really do look better than those without. Haha. Glad you're happy, I typed back, suppressing a sigh. She immediately sent another message. Aunt Susan used to try to set you and me up, Noah. I never thought you'd like girls who wear makeup. If only I'd learned how to do makeup sooner. She continued her rambling, opening up a whole floodgate of messages. I pointed to that specific message and asked Noah, did Aunt Susan really try to set you two up? Nonsense, Noah scoffed, snatching his phone back. He typed a curt message to Lena. You're not my type. Stop deluding yourself. And stop copying people. It's truly an eyesore. Lena finally went silent for a few days. A few days later, Lena and Mark's antics finally caught up to us. Mark messaged Noah in the group chat, his tone aggressive. Noah Pearson, you bullied Lena like that? Do you think we're all dead? Bullied her how? Noah shot back. Be clear, Mark. She's been crying her eyes out at home for days. Do you even know that? Mark retorted. What does that have to do with me? Noah scoffed. She put so much effort into you. Did your conscience get eaten by a dog? Mark continued. It got eaten by you, Noah snapped back. I made her put in effort? Was I collecting scrap metal? If someone clings to me, I have to accept it? Do you think I'm a dumping ground? After typing that, Noah still wasn't satisfied. He fumed to me. That lunatic, what's wrong with him? I've never seen such a brain-dead simp before. He then angrily typed another message. I've truly never seen such a pathetic, fawning dog like you. You're an eye-opener. You useless coward. If you like her, go pursue her yourself.
don't you dare rely on me. Mark didn't reply to that last message. We assumed he'd finally back down. Not long after, there was a loud knock on the door. Aunt Susan went to open it. "Oh, Mark, you're here to see Noah?" We were staying at Aunt Susan's house for a few days. Mark pushed past her, storming in. "Noah Peterson, get out here. You need to come with me and explain yourself to Lena." "Explain what?" Noah challenged. "She's like a stray dog clinging to me and I'm supposed to pamper her? What kind of nonsense is that?" Mark lunged, punching Noah. Noah, who had been working out consistently, was taller and more muscular than Mark. He quickly blocked his arm, then shoved him hard. Mark stumbled backward and fell to the ground. Noah stood over him, looking down. "Want more?" Aunt Susan rushed forward, pushing Noah aside. "Don't fight. Mark, are you hurt? Let me see." Mark sat silently on the floor, his face filled with suppressed anger. He picked up his fallen glasses, wiped them, and put them back on. His expression was unsettling. Aunt Susan helped him up, brushing off his clothes, trying to mediate. "Mark, you kids all grew up together. Lena and you are close, and Noah and you are like brothers. You know Noah's always been straightforward. If he likes someone, he likes them. If he doesn't, he won't force it. Why are you forcing him to be with Lena? Noah barely knows her. If you really like her, Mark, pursue her yourself. Take care of her yourself. Why force others to take responsibility?" Mark lowered his head and said nothing, then walked out. For a long time after that, we had no contact with Mark or Lena. We rarely appeared in the group chat anymore. When Noah wanted to hang out, he just texted a few close friends privately, deliberately avoiding those two. Noah and my relationship blossomed beautifully. Aunt Susan and Uncle Tom treated me wonderfully, especially Aunt Susan, who truly treated me like her own daughter. We often went shopping and got our nails done together. After a year of dating, both our families met and discussed marriage. We set our engagement for May 1st and the wedding for October. Noah announced our engagement in the group chat, inviting his friends to the party. The long dormant chat sprang back to life. Noah was the first among them to get engaged, and everyone was excited, offering congratulations. Lena, this time, didn't say anything overly offensive, just a subtly acidic question. "You two have only been together for a year, and you're getting married?" Noah and I ignored it. The chat moved too fast, and her comment was quickly buried. On our engagement day, most of Noah's childhood friends showed up, even Lena and Mark. Since they were there, we couldn't very well turn them away. During the ceremony, we were busy greeting guests and didn't pay much attention to them. As Noah and I exchanged rings, Lena suddenly burst into tears, sobbing loudly. Her crying successfully drew everyone's attention. People looked at her, confused. She choked out, "I'm just so happy. Noah is the first of us to get engaged. I'm just so happy for him." Then, still sobbing, she ran out of the room. Mark gave us a bitter look and followed her. What kind of twisted performance is this now? Everyone began to speculate. Those who didn't know the full story whispered, "Did the groom run off? Must be some dramatic love triangle. Maybe an ex-girlfriend." Thankfully, our MC was quick with it and swiftly redirected everyone's attention back to the ceremony. The engagement continued smoothly. Lena's little dramatic interlude was quickly pushed to the back of my mind. After the ceremony, our videographer sent me the wedding footage. I clipped a short segment I liked and uploaded it to my social media. I was exhausted that day, so after posting, I washed up and went straight to sleep. The next morning, I woke up, checked my phone, and my notification bar was exploding. All my notifications were from my social media. The video I posted last night had gone viral, but the comments were overwhelmingly negative, attacking me. Tens of thousands of comments. Aside from a few familiar faces sending likes and congratulations, Every comment from strangers was vicious and cruel. Some were even unprincipled.
Knew she was a homewrecker just by looking at her. Good job stealing men. This girl looks exactly the type to do it. No wonder girls like us can't compete with her. Isn't it shameful? Billions of men in the world and you have to steal someone else's? You disgusting dog. You belong with dogs. My private messages were also bombarded with insults. I was furious. Who did I ever provoke? I rarely used social media. I'd post maybe a few videos a year. My followers were mostly family, friends, and classmates, and we always had positive interactions. I couldn't understand who would want to defame me like this. I scrolled through the comments, finding the one with the most likes. The commenter's username was Heart's Muse. The comment was a long essay claiming to have secretly loved her childhood friend for over a decade. He was always good to her, but then someone else intervened, and now even his family ignored her. The essay concluded, "Today is their engagement day. I wish him happiness because I love him, but I do not wish them happiness." Most importantly, the comment explicitly named the intervener as Olivia, and my social media handle was Olivia Doesn't Get Jealous. This comment alone had over 100,000 likes. The replies below were full of sympathy for her. "Oh, poor girl, is the person who posted this video the third party? Look at her username, Olivia Doesn't Get Jealous. 10 years of feelings just thrown away? That guy must be blind. Third parties never get good endings. Poor girl, just a few days ago, I saw her posting about him. Can't believe he's trash. You just stay beautiful, honey, and let that trash cry." It was my first experience with cyberbullying, and I was shaking with anger. Noah, standing next to me, noticed my distress. He put an arm around me. "Olivia, what's wrong? Are you not feeling well?" I handed him my phone. "I'm being cyberbullied. Is this comment from Lena King?" Noah took my phone, recording the screen as evidence. We clicked on Heart's Muse and discovered she was a relatively popular blogger with over 500,000 followers. Looking through her content, it became clear that from the day Noah added me to the group chat, she had been posting cryptic messages, subtly hinting at Noah as the male lead. Her descriptions of him were unmistakably Noah. In her post, she poured out her long-held crush and feelings for him, but never once mentioned that he already had a girlfriend. Netizens who didn't know the full story assumed she had a secret crush developing and cheered her on, encouraging her to bravely pursue her love. It was clear that from the moment Noah posted his photos in the group chat, Lena had targeted him. He'd gone from an unkempt tech guy to a handsome, fit man. I could actually understand her psychology. After years, suddenly realizing your childhood friend has turned into a handsome guy who just happens to be your type, whose family you know, and who comes from a good background. Who wouldn't be a little swayed? But Noah was already dating me. Noah picked up his phone and called Lena King. "That comment under Olivia's video, you wrote it, didn't you? Delete it immediately and apologize. When did I become your childhood sweetheart? I don't recall us being close at all. Everyone in that group grew up together. Are they all your childhood sweethearts? Stop making things up." She has continued to record herself as a victim in love even till today. We kept refreshing the page and finally saw her post a new statement. "Dear Heart's Muse fans, I'm sorry to disappoint you. I was truly heartbroken yesterday, which led me to write overly emotional comments on Olivia Doesn't Get Jealous's video. I have deleted the comment. I deeply apologize for the trouble I've caused her. Please don't bother her anymore." I scoffed. This pick-me apology infuriated me. Since she wasn't truly remorseful, I knew we'd have to pursue legal action. Noah reminded me to privatize all my social media information, fearing her fanatical followers.
But we were a step too late. A classmate messaged me screenshots. All my personal information had been leaked online. My photos, phone number, home address, university, even my parents' workplaces were all exposed. I became the target of vicious online ridicule. My phone continuously rang with calls from unknown numbers across the country, all spewing insults the moment I answered. Malicious texts piled up, 999 plus new messages. I had to put my phone on Do Not Disturb for all unknown numbers. Noah immediately took me to the police station. I posted my police report receipt on my social media. Noah also contacted a lawyer for me, and they began gathering evidence. Under Lena's apology statement, Noah publicly exposed her real name. Lena King, I always considered us just neighbors. There are so many people in our neighborhood. Is everyone your childhood sweetheart? Does everyone have to take responsibility for you? Honestly, before Olivia and I joined the group chat a year ago, I didn't even remember your name. He even included a screenshot of his message asking Dave who is Heart's Desire in the group chat. We drove home. As we got out of the car in the underground garage, I saw a woman staring at me, carrying a bucket, walking toward us. An unsettling feeling washed over me. I wanted to pull Noah away. Sure enough, she sped up, suddenly flinging the contents of the bucket at us. Noah quickly pulled me into a hug, shielding me with his back. The bucket was full of red paint. It reeked. The woman lunged at me, reaching out to scratch my face. "You homewrecker, I'll scratch your face off. Let's see if you can still seduce men." Noah kicked her, sending her sprawling to the ground, then held her down. I immediately called the police and security. Noah's entire back was covered in red paint, the noxious smell filling the air. Security quickly arrived and took the woman away. Noah and I went home to change. His clothes and shoes were ruined. Even his hair was splattered. I used makeup remover to clean the paint from his skin and hair. At the security office, the police had already arrived. After reviewing the security footage, they handcuffed the woman. We went to the police station to give our statements. On the way to the station, in front of the police, she started yelling at me. "You little hussy! Your parents died and no one taught you anything?" Noah, enraged, was about to lash out, but I held him back. "How do you know that?" I asked her, my voice cold. "Were you like that when you were young?"
She shrieked, "Your mother, you filthy hussy!" The police officer next to her snapped, "Shut up, you're handcuffed and you're still not behaving." "Officer, why aren't you arresting people who destroy relationships? Why are you arresting me?" she whined. "Do you have any proof that I destroyed anyone's relationship? Just a petty essay online?" I retorted. Noah's face was pale. He had been holding back his anger. "She's so stupid, being used by someone else, and she's about to go to jail but still shows no remorse." He pulled me away. Rebecca, desperate for our forgiveness, revealed a social media account. She said she was a loyal fan of Lena King. She had commented under Lena's apology post, cursing us and saying she wanted to teach us a lesson. At the time, she was so angry and online, so she spoke impulsively. Later, someone messaged her privately, sending her our home address and photos, even suggesting she throw acid on us. "Acid was too dangerous," she explained. "I know right from wrong, so I just wanted to throw paint to make you lose face." Based on her information, the police took further statements. Seeing her remorseful attitude, they only made her compensate us for Noah's ruined clothes and shoes. Both sides quickly settled a settlement. Aunt Susan also learned about the cyberbullying I endured. She was heartbroken. She immediately went to Lena King's social media page and commented, "Lena, this is Olivia's future Aunt Susan. Olivia has always been the daughter-in-law our whole family has accepted. Why are you spreading false rumors online?"
After commenting, she called Lena and yelled at her. "You like causing trouble so much? From now on, our two families are not to associate. Tell your mother not to ask me for mahjong anymore. And I'm going to tell all the neighbors in the block what you did. Let everyone judge." Not long after, we saw that Aunt Zuvin's comment had attracted many new replies. Some were still hostile. "Is this the groom's mother? Go control your trash son." But thankfully, some rational people, following Aunt Susan's social media account, found her profile. They discovered that I had appeared in Aunt Susan's videos long ago, the earliest thing when I first returned to the country. At that time, Noah was still in the U.S. Since his flight landed late at night, he asked his parents to pick me up from the airport. Aunt Susan had secretly filmed me then, writing, "This is the girl my son misses day and night. So beautiful and adorable. I loved her at first sight. If she could agree to be my daughter-in-law, that would be wonderful." Every time we met after that, Aunt Susan secretly filmed or took photos of Noah and I, posting them on her social media. These videos served as irrefutable evidence of our relationship over the past year. After seeing Aunt Susan's videos, netizens realized they had been manipulated and used as pawns. People began correcting the narrative, exposing Lena King as a malicious manipulator who exploited her fans' trust to cyberbully innocent people. Her followers plummeted overnight from 500,000 to just 70 to 80,000. Online, new discussions emerged refuting the false claims. So she wanted to be a homewrecker but failed, then tried to frame someone else? Couldn't steal the man, so she slandered them as a third party? Lena King, you're truly something. And so stupid. This is illegal, you know? Many people started apologizing to me, expressing regret and promising not to cyberbully others so casually again. People also started digging up information about Lena. Several anonymous posts exposed her manipulative antics. Lena King is a pick-me girl. My ex and I broke up because of her. She literally sat on my ex-boyfriend's lap and told me not to mind. When I got angry, she called me petty and unreasonable. Now, seeing her finally face public judgment, I feel so satisfied. Still gives me the creeps thinking about it. She always had to be passive-aggressive while playing League of Legends. She'd say I was noob and then sympathize with my boyfriend. My boyfriend needs your sympathy. Who do you think you are? Last time at the gathering, seeing her finally get yelled at by someone who wouldn't tolerate her, I really wanted to cheer for Noah's honesty. Back in our neighborhood, word of Lena King's actions through online chatter and local gossip spread like wildfire. She became the talk of the town. Every time she appeared in the neighborhood, people would point and whisper. But her infamy didn't last long. Soon after, she was arrested. Mark was arrested with her. Lena King was eventually sentenced to 2 years for inciting cyberbullying and ordered to issue a public apology to us on social media. The person who incited Rebecca to throw paint at us was indeed Mark Davis. He was also the one who initially leaked my personal information online. Mark Davis was also sentenced to 2 years. He truly got what he deserved, a spineless enabler of toxic behavior. Many people came forward trying to help Lena and Mark, asking us to reduce their sentences. They're from the same neighborhood. Don't be too harsh. It won't look good. You grew up together. How can you be so heartless? She only made a mistake because she liked you too much. Noah, however, refused to back down. When they broke the law, why didn't they think about how it wouldn't look good because we were all from the same neighborhood? When Olivia was cyberbullied, when her phone blew up, when she got paint thrown on her in the garage, who came to help us? Lena turned out like this because of people like you enabling her lack of boundaries. What right do you have to force us? Finally, those who sided with Lena and Mark, unable to accept Noah's refusal to compromise, left the group chat. Noah, ever the pragmatist, simply shrugged. I have a zero tolerance for stupidity. People with unclear minds and skewed morals are better kept far away from me. Life is like that, isn't it? We constantly say goodbye to some people and meet new ones. Whether it's family, friendship, or love, only relationships built on shared values and mutual respect can truly last. Noah turned off his phone screen, pulling me into a warm embrace from behind. I'm so lucky. At the perfect age for marriage, I met you, someone with such wonderful values and character. In this life, having my parents and you is enough. The rest of our lives will be so warm with you by my side.